Hi, Lynne Cazaly here. You know how changing learned habits can be a difficult thing to do? Well, psychiatrist and researcher in the field of brain plasticity, Jeffrey Schwartz, recently presented on the topic, and he says that change is easy if we just use our brain. So here's a quick visual recap on how using our mind and the focus of our attention can really help. You see, he says that our brains are actually quite passive, whereas our minds are very active. So what happens is the brain puts out a call to grab the focus of our attention, and we can pretty much decide whether we want to listen to that or not. He says that we've got a wise advocate inside us that really does want the best for us and that we should be mindful. He says we've got an executive brain, which is very energy intensive, and that's the prefrontal cortex. That's why habits are so hard to break. But we also have this habit center, and that part of the brain is actually highly efficient. And that is why habits are so easy to form. So we've got the executive brain, which is energy intensive, and then we've got this habit center that makes habits so easy to wire into our brain through repetition, and it's also happening below our consciousness. So no wonder. He says we've got these habitual responses. They're a little bit like repetition and avoidance, and he says what they come out as are big thinking errors. He says that we're pretty much on autopilot in that way. So with thinking errors, habitual responses, our habit center and executive brain, what do we need to do? What's the solution? Jeffrey says what we should be doing is getting active and leveraging our wise advocate. And what he did was quote Hebb's law, which says that cells that fire together wire together. So if we're going to give some attention to something, our brain's going to become that which we focus on. He says it's called the quantum Zeno effect. Pretty cool, huh? He says that whatever we focus on or observe continuously won't decay or won't deteriorate. So your brain becomes that which you focus on. Even more exciting, he says that we have free won't. Not free will, free won't. And it's like having veto power over our brains. So 4 things for us to do: relabel, reframe, refocus, and revalue. And understand that our brains are not a computer. This is all called self-directed neuroplasticity. And you know what? We do have a choice over the stuff that we listen to from our brain and that we don't. So don't let that energy efficient habit center take over. Stay focused. He says that get active and know that you can always have a choice. You're not your brain, so don't give in to any of these dangerous thinking errors when you're trying to get rid of old habits or create new ones. So that's from Jeffrey Schwartz and his session, Change is Easy If You Use Your Brain.